So one of the most special things about Thula for me is that I have, well, when we recorded it, I had like a just over a 1-year-old. And so that song was special to me because every time I'd rehearse it, I'd get a picture of my boy and just trying to hush him to sleep. And I think that, like, I thought a little bit about it, and I think sometimes when you are a parent and your child is crying and you're trying to settle them, you're trying to be next to them to settle them and just let them know that you love them, but sometimes you feel helpless, you know, in the situation, and you're trying to just say, don't worry, I'm with you, you're not alone in this, you know, like a good example is vaccines, where they're just crying and you feel sad that they're going through this, but you're like, this is good and I'm with you. I know that this is painful, but it's only going to be a little bit. And I feel like sometimes that's the heart of God towards us. He's always close, and that's what the song speaks about, is that he's close. And in those night seasons when you feel like he's not there, he's right there. In fact, he's holding you. And the nice thing about God is that he's not a helpless parent, but instead he's a parent he's moving on our behalf all the time. And he's and like a parents can't always be there, but he's always there. That's his promise to us, and that's why I love the song. Yeah.
Thula is, I think, a very dear song to me, because it came, you know, sometimes when I'm wrestling through things of my journey, I find the best way to get God's truth in my heart is to write a song about it. And so Thula came at a time where I was really struggling and dealing with anxiety, and I couldn't sleep. You know, it becomes 1 week, then becomes 2 weeks, then becomes month, and then it becomes months, and you're kind of in this cycle and of just not being able to sleep. And there was just a lot of things that were happening in my life in that season, from you know, leading a church and dealing with some challenges in leading a church and a congregation, and also I had some relational kind of challenges with some close friends of mine at that time. And there were just a whole bunch of life things happening, and I just couldn't sleep because I was just anxious about what was, you know, going to happen the next day, anxious about, you know, the next conversation I was going to have with my friends, anxious, you know, whether things would get resolved or just a whole bunch of things. And I remember eventually getting to a place where I was taking sleeping pills to be able to get to bed. And again, it was, you know, it was a few weeks, and then weeks became months. And I remember in that season getting to a place of just like, you know, this isn't okay. Being the space of constant angst, constant worry is not okay, because God promises us, you know, sleep. And in Psalm 127 he says, you know, and he gives his beloved sleep. And so I wanted that. And I remember just, you know, beginning to write this song and just saying, hey man, I need to speak to my soul. I need a lullaby, if anything, you know, just to speak encouragement, speak life to my soul, to say, you know what, like, I don't know what the remedy is, I don't know what the issue is, but I know that somehow God knows where I'm at. And I know as a leader, as a father, as a husband, all these things, I guess I'm expected to be all strong, I'm expected to have all things together. I have the plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, whatever, all these things that we're supposed to kind of have in place, and getting to that place and saying, hey, look, I actually don't know. I don't know, but I know God knows. And I know God hears my cry, hears the cry of my soul. He knows the condition of my soul. And somehow, some way, you know, you heal me in this place of brokenness, in this place of anxiety. And so that was a song, yeah. I mean, I just, you know, I guess ministered particularly in those moments when I was feeling most anxious, you know. And I know, I think in today's society, a lot of people can relate with just that anxiety, and so, you know, I really trust and believe that this song has really ministered into that, as it continues to minister to me where I'm at in my journey.